Good morning. Let's try this again. I started this once and it turned off after about a couple minutes. Um, my name is Carrie Coleman. I am in Easton, Maryland. I own a consignment shop. I have been on Optavia since April 17th of this year, and I wanted to give a little update because I have had a lot of people ask me questions, but I have tried a couple of times to upload videos to YouTube after the first couple, and I haven't had any success for some reason that they won't load. So we try one more time. What the hell? I got nothing else to do. As I said, I started Optavia on April 17th. I was 155 pounds. I'm 55 years old. And I'm 5 feet tall. So that was a good bit of weight. And most of it, honestly, was the girls. The girls were big. The belly was big. My legs have always been okay, but it was to the point where I was kind of just giving up, thinking, this is it. This is what I got. This is what cards I've been dealt. I'm just going to realize that most of the women in my family are heavy. Therefore, this is just my next chapter. And I gave up. I was sitting back and just working, trying half-heartedly to do some sort of workout video at home. I'm too old for that. If I get down to do a sit-up, I'm taking a nap. I'm not going to get back up. And I want to have a cocktail when I get home. Damn it. I've worked hard all day long. This business is extremely busy and physical. So, it was really frustrating, and I was uncomfortable. I could see it in my face. I wasn't sleeping well. My eyes were always meh. I felt horrible. All my clothes were just like hanging. I always wanted nothing with a waistline, nothing at all like that. Big, baggy, the bigger, the baggier, the better. So I was told about Optavia, and I ignored it for a while, and then I finally sat down and started doing some research on it on YouTube and thought, this might work. It's not really in my budget, but neither is this. My health was deteriorating. My skin was looking bad. I just wasn't feeling good in my own clothes. God forbid I would never let my husband see me naked. Just was not happening. And I was just going down a bad path. So I jumped on board regardless of the cost to me. But honestly, after the first week, I knew pretty much that I was going to become a coach because I loved it. I felt like, God, there are more women out there my age who don't have any idea that this exists. I'm at 128 from 155, and it's November 16th, and I have been at 128, I would say, for at least 3 months. So I'm in maintenance right now. And to me, maintenance is kind of, I enjoy the convenience of it, so I still do my shake in the morning. I do my every 2.5 hours. But tonight I'm going out for sushi with some friends and my kids. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to have some cocktails. Over the weekend we had a big festival here in town, and I had cream of crab soup, and we had wine, and it's just the convenience of knowing that on Monday morning, if I wanted to hunker down and get back on board, it was going to be an easy path. And it has. I got right back on board. And I just kind of chill out on the weighing. I'm not sure if this is something I'm supposed to be saying, but I'm comfortable. I'm maintaining. I went into this knowing that eventually I'm going to go back to my life, to doing things like this and not feel like a piece of crap for going off program. But there are a few things that I have learned that I will share with you. My favorite shake, a lot of people have a hard time with the coffee. All right, the coffee. They love their creamers in their coffee. So do I. So this is what I have done. This little package right here, this is my my secret weapon. What this is it's one envelope of chocolate, one envelope of vanilla. Dump them into a bowl, stir them up so they're nice and blended, and then divide it back down into 2 separate Ziplocs. So this is one fueling. It's just half vanilla and half chocolate. I put my hot coffee in my blender. I do like 1.5 of these. Wait a minute. Go Eagles. 1.5 of these, or I have a good sized mug, 1.5. I don't just limit it to that. I'm going to drink 2 cups of coffee, therefore I'm going to drink 2 cups of coffee. And then I put the hot coffee in the blender, put one of those pouches in, Put the lid on, take that little vent off, maybe put a paper towel over it because you don't want it to explode everywhere with the hot, and whip that up and pour that into my mug, and it is a hot, frothy, creamy, not too chocolatey cup of coffee, and I have that almost every single morning. The other thing that I do in the afternoon when I want a cup of coffee is I usually stop at Wawa and I get a 16-ounce coffee, and this is the perfect season for it, and I put black coffee in it, and then I do a little bit of black pumpkin spice coffee, so there's not any condiment being used. And I will use in the afternoon in my blender here at my office the mocha. The mocha shake is the best hidden surprise, I think, in all of Optavia. And I pour that over ice. So I get it in the morning so it's cooled off. I have ice here, or I put ice in my cooler. Put it in my blender, put my coffee, my mocha shake, blend it up, pour it over ice. It is a delicious, delicious treat. I love this. I get this almost every single time. That and the other coffee. Those are my two favorite things. And the pretzels. I love the pretzels in the afternoon. When I've had a really busy day and I need extra protein, I have the pretzel. Get down there. Get down. With a mozzarella cheese stick. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. Now, a lot of people have a hard time with the hearty feelings. The soups, the chicken noodle soup, the penne pasta, and the chili. Go to Walmart and get yourself this microwave cup. It's got this lid. I make it every single day in this cup. I follow the package directions. Microwave it, stir it, let it sit, microwave it again, stir it. If it's runny, stir it microwave it another minute. Or if it's close to being done, then I take it out. So I get it to where I know it's close to what I want. Man, if I've had a lot of steps in the day, if I'm up to 8,000, 9,000 steps, which is not difficult for me, I break up a piece of a mozzarella cheese stick or mozzarella, put it in there, put this lid down, let that baby sit a good 10 minutes. So I make my fuelings about 20 minutes before I actually need them. Don't cook it with the lid on. And it is nice and creamy and thick. And this penne pasta, those noodles are big and soggy, and it is, especially with cheese in there, then it's just like a little lasagna. So that, I have a bunch of clients, and when they come on board, I bought a bunch of these off of Walmart, and I gave each of them one and said, a lot of people don't like the chicken noodle soup. Try it in this. Really, really cook it ahead of time. Even add a little bit of extra water if you want. Cook it. Don't hesitate to, the directions say cook it, let it sit, stir it, let it sit, microwave again for another 3 minutes. Don't hesitate to microwave it 4 minutes, microwave it 5 minutes. If it's not getting to where you want it, put that lid on there and let it sit. It is delicious. And the chili is something I just recently discovered this time of year. I love it. Love it. Another thing that people get confused about is the popcorn. Now, the popcorn is a snack. It is not a fueling. So don't replace your fueling with this. But at night, sometimes my family is sitting down and they're having chips or something like that. I have my little bag of popcorn just as a little treat. And I don't even have it a lot. It's just, they're all really, really good. The popcorns are really good. And it's just a nice little snack, crunchy thing. Now that I am in transition, there is something I want to introduce you to. The Dream Bar. This is big. This is 150 calories. So this is not a normal fueling. This is a big, delicious chocolate creamy bar. I keep them in the fridge. They sometimes stick to the top of the package. It's a Dream Bar. Look at the size of that. That's a big bar. If you're like me, doing a lot of steps, this is 150 calories. It's almost equivalent to 2 fuelings. So feel free to have this at one of your fuelings for some extra calories. And you won't go back. That's really good. Another thing, when I'm doing a lot of steps, which is almost every single day, in the mornings I will start my day with 2 fuelings. I will do my coffee, and I will also waffle one of my chocolate chip pancakes or the cinnamon, and I'll put half a wedge of Laughing Cow cheese on that. That's really delicious. Here's another trick. oh, this isn't gonna be too long. The mashed potatoes or the buttermilk biscuit. There is something you can do. I don't use a Dash waffle maker. I use a regular two-seater. So when I make the mashed potato fueling, I add extra water because that thing is really, really thick. It's mashed potatoes. So when I'm gonna waffle it, I really add a lot of extra water. So it's pretty thin. And I put it on my two-seater waffle maker and spread it out. So it covers like 1.5 squares of the waffle maker. I cook it and it still comes out pretty thick. I take it out, put it on some paper towels. I put a little bit of mozzarella, so it's long now. I put a little bit of mozzarella at one end and a pickle spear. And then I roll it up and I wrap it in that paper towel and I let that thing sit in that paper towel for 2 or 3 minutes. And it melts that cheese and it is a good, hearty, fueling. It does give you a little bit of your lean, so you need to figure out if you're having a normal day, you've got to take that off of your day. But remember, you can go over on your protein. So I don't know how much that 2 tablespoons of mozzarella, honestly, I don't even count it because it's just part of a fueling. And the pickle is one of your snacks, your free snacks, a pickle spear. You can have two or three pickle spears. So that is one of those, and that is just really, really good, and I love that. I also do, with my two-seater waffle, the buttermilk biscuit. I put that on one half, and I pour little egg beaters on the other half and let them cook. I take the egg beaters, put it on top of the buttermilk pancake fueling, cut it in half, put a little cheese on top, and put the other half on top. Again, I wrap it in a paper towel, let it melt, and I take it upstairs with my coffee and my little breakfast sandwich while I'm getting ready in the bathroom, my makeup. And that's also one of my favorites. So because I really enjoy the products that Optavia offers, I am staying on it for a little bit longer. I feel really good. I love going in my closet and looking at my clothes. Look. This is like a crack store for me. Look at all these clothes. I'm looking in the smalls now. I'm in the mediums. Got this lovely Kate Spade bag right here. Don't need another purse. But give me some shoes. I'm all about the shoes. And it's just really, really fun going in my closet and pulling out anything I want and putting it on and having it. I don't feel embarrassed about my body anymore. To myself. It was for myself I did this. I didn't do it for anybody else. I now have about 40 clients, and I'm thinking after Christmas I'm going to be a little busy after the holiday season. Everybody's going to be like, oh my God, what have I done? But I've enjoyed it. It's been very lucrative. I have to see how it's going to affect my taxes, but I've been pretty smart about that, putting some of it aside to counterbalance that. So I hope this loads. I hope you found it informative. If it does load, I'll try again for another one after the holidays and see how everybody's doing. There is also a cookbook that on our Facebook page. If you want the information for the cookbook, the link, it's just this guy put together a bunch of recipes in a PDF, and I can send you the link. It's really pretty cool, I have to say. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to try to load this. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I got to get my butt to work, so catch you all later.